Hi everyone and welcome back. It's Hannah Wiggins here, also known as Singing Hin. So then, this month we're looking at breathing. I know it's something we all do every day, all day, thankfully. However, when you're presenting talking as opposed to just chatting with friends, when it's something important you're delivering, or when you're singing, that can actually start to get quite important. How you breathe, when you breathe, how much you breathe. Those kind of questions can become quite vital to help you get your points across, be heard, be clear with your singing. You will know that we use the airflow, the flow of air through our vocal folds is what makes them vibrate. A bit like if you were to get a stalk of grass and to split it open and then and sort of blow through it. If you remember doing that as a child, for those of you younger than me, you might not remember, but the rest of us. Anyway, it's that idea, you're blowing air through something which is making it vibrate, and this is the airflow that we talk about. Now, airflow is obviously directly related to breathing because that's what it is. Think about the lungs as a big, huge thing. But because they're basically filled with air or not filled with air, they have the capacity to expand and then retract again. However, the lungs themselves are not a muscle. They of themselves have no ability to do anything other than the transfer of oxygen and everything that goes to do with that, and the heart and blood and all that stuff. So how do we get the lungs to move? Well, we use muscles. And the different muscle groups are that we can use either together or independently of one another. They give their names to the different types of breathing. So clavicular breathing is using your clavicular muscles. Thoracic breathing is using the muscles in the thorax area. And diaphragmatic breathing is using the diaphragm. And we'll look at those different types soon. What I quickly want to look at is the actual idea. So what you have is something that has the ability to increase in surface area. And this is exactly what the lungs are doing. By increasing their surface area, currently their surface area is kind of these two bits of wood and a little bit of leather. But if I open them up, they're pulling air in, and suddenly the surface area includes all of this triangular area as well. This is a really good idea of what your lungs are doing, because my hands are essentially the muscles that we use to open up and close. So whichever muscle group we're talking about, we're using that muscle group to pull some of the lung that it's attached to away from the other bit of lung that's attached to something else in the body. And by doing that, you're increasing the area, which means the volume, You're increasing the volume of the lungs, not the surface area. I've been saying surface area the whole way, forgive me. It's the volume of the lungs. So what you're doing is you're increasing the volume of the lungs like this. And in doing that, you're pulling air in to fill that extra volume, because nature doesn't like it unless there's something there. So if I have a vacuum, that's causing a vacuum because I literally can't open it because there's nothing can come through to fit into that hole. But as soon as I let that go and I open it up, I'm pulling air in. And then when I shut it again, I'm pushing air out. So through the month, we're going to be looking at clavicular breathing, thoracic breathing, and diaphragmatic breathing. From there, we're going to look then at a few of the other concepts and the other things to bear in mind about breathing in general and how it can help you, and tips to help you when you're performing or delivering. And then finally, at the end of the month, a bit of a freebie, a bit of an extra for you. I'm going to give you some exercises that you can take away to help with your breathing, controlling your breathing, and being more aware of your breathing.